So now I start streaming. Okay, there we go. All right. Hendrix, please stop. No. No. Shh. Please. Anyways, so I think I'm gonna start streaming my trading live on YouTube here. This is the first time I like set one of these up, so I like just set it up. I already have like a little setup on OBS that I use, so I just linked it to YouTube here, and I'm gonna try to start streaming my trades live in the mornings here when I'm trading. And I guess this is like the first video, so I'm gonna just kind of give like a brief little rundown of like I guess what it is that I'm doing or what I'm looking for in particular. So I mean, right here, what you're seeing right now is my Thinkorswim. This is what I use to chart. Um, so and then this is just my strategy. I know the chart looks kind of ugly. These are like the VWAP bands and the 20 SMA, but this is pretty much what I use to chart. I can clean it up, make it a little better, make it look a little better, cleaner. So this was today's price action. I took a short here. So usually if you see like a blue bubble, that's like where I took an entry on something. Except I didn't mark out my exit, but I took a short here and I was down for a little bit, like 1300, and I held it and it broke back below this after hours level that I have, and then I ended up taking profits like somewhere down here, and I only had made like 260 bucks, I think. So I made 260 there, and then um, I think I took a short on the small port right here. I got like 5 contracts for the 511 puts, and consolidated. I was like break even, and then it ripped up, and I down like 350, I think, and then it came back, and I cut for a loss for like a $340 loss, like right here, pretty much. And then it like really started to reject. So then I saw this happen, and I was like, bro, like I just stopped out and it's gonna come down. Like the contracts I had actually ended up going green. Like I would have made money if I held through all the BS, but whatever. I cut my loss here, and then I ended up putting a limit order for the same contracts on my other account on my bigger port, and I got 30 contracts at 150. I got filled here, and I got out right here at these lows and made like 1600 on that trade. So that was cool, and then that was pretty much it for the day. And I mean, yeah, it went for more, but that was it for me for the day. And then end of day, it ran back up to 514. So, uh, and then I have my other screen, which is Weeble. This is here. This is usually where I'll show, like, this, if I was showing my account details here, it'd be here. So this is where you see, like, my P&L and all that type of stuff. As far as, like, entering trades, I use the price ladder most of the time, and then I'll switch it to, like, the turbo trader as I try to, like, scale out. Or if I'm, like, just trying to stop out and completely close the position, I'll use the flatten button here, which quickly like takes you out of the whole trade. But so yeah, I'll have like the chart here. This is the 1 minute. This is the order book in time and sales. They're kind of useful sometimes, not so much on something like SPY, but if you're trading like smaller cap stocks like the top gainers and stuff like that, they're really useful for that. Then I just have my watch list here, so I can go in between different tickers for the option chain. This is the option chain over here. So this is where you buy and sell the contracts. So like for example, today, I don't think you'll be able to see my account. Okay, cool, whatever. Today, like you'll see, that loss that I took that I was talking about, which was right around here. I entered like here, and then I ended up stopping. Wait, no, I'm lying. Is that where it happened? Yeah, it is. It is. So I ended up getting in here, and I stopped out over here. That was correlated to this area on TOS. But and then I took the entry right here as it tucked back into the 20 SMA and caught that leg. And so, but this where I stopped out, I had bought 5 contracts of the 511 put, which would have been this contract. That's now worthless because it's the same day. And I bought 5 at 170, and then I pretty much cut them at a loss at 104. So I lost about what is that? 170 minus 10 170 minus 104. It's like 165 a contract I lost I mean $65 a contract. So times 5 bring about to about it actually shows you right here. If I click on it, that's how much I lost, 335 on that trade. And then if I go over to my other port, I took those same contracts, got in at 150, and took most of my position at 204. So I made about 54 a contract there, and then I sold the last two at 225. So that's how I made that 1600. And then I had took the other short right before that, which was I took two small plays. I took the 190s to 208 here, and then I took a smaller scalp and made like enough. I was up like 330 or like 360 before I took this trade, and then I took this trade. So that was nice. Um, so yeah, this is Webull. This is pretty much the platform I use to actually trade. And like I said, this is TOS, Thinkorswim. This is what I use to chart up and draw my levels and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to starting this live trading. I'm in Texas, so I'm Central Time. So for me, the market opens at 8:30 a.m. and it closes at 3 p.m. I usually start work at noon, so at like 12. So for the most part, I usually will be getting my trades in between 8:30 and 12. Um, and then every now and then, like I may, like I said, I'm just starting this, so I might like pop in for like a power hour session or the PM session and see if there's a setup or something like that. But yeah. My boy Jimmy, he trades with me too, and his desk is right behind mine. So a lot of the times when I start doing these, you might hear me and him like just talking ideas, bouncing back off of each other, which we do a lot. Um, so yeah, I pretty much just use VWAP. I like the 20 SMA. 20 SMA is really good for getting in entries. Um, and yeah, so this is options trading. I'm trading options. If you'd like to know more or learn more about that, you can just message me on Discord if you're in our Discord. Uh, or just leave a comment below and let me know and we can tap in. Always good to like network and meet new people. But yeah, let's keep it going. We had a good day today for a Monday. We're up 1600, and let's have a good week. Let's have a good week. Last week was a short week. My goal is really just to try to make 500 a day. If you make 500 a day, there's 252 trading days in a year, and that's about 120K if you can stick to that and not, you know, divert from the plan. But then you got to account for losses and stuff like that, all that good stuff. But yeah, I've been on a good like winning streak, and last week was like a short week. We had 4 days because the market was closed on Friday. I made like 3 bands, so that was cool. I've been using TradeZilla to track all my trades, so I don't have like a scene on my OBS like set up for that yet, but I guess I'll do that, and then I can show you guys like my trades, and you guys can see what I'm working with on a weekly basis. Try to be as transparent as possible, and yeah. Until next time, maybe we'll go live tomorrow for a tomorrow session, and yeah, y'all have a good one.